Most of us are used to AI that talks, chatbots that answer questions or draft emails while we sit at the keyboard. But the newest wave of AI is Agentic. These systems are taking action on their own. These agents link directly to enterprise infrastructure. They read your inbox, query live databases, and trigger complex operational workflows without a human in the loop. This capability creates autonomy risk. When an AI executes a chain of actions at machine speed, any manipulation can cause immediate, cascading damage across a network before an operator can intervene. Traditional governance cannot stop a rogue agent. Written policies, review committees, and model cards describe how an AI should behave, but they lack the physical mechanism to enforce those rules at the exact moment of execution. Imagine an internal expense management agent designed to read receipts. Now, suppose a malicious input, a tactic known as reflection abuse, tricks that agent into dropping its instructions and instead sending a command to alter your production financial database. If your security relies on post-execution audit logs, you only discover the manipulation after the database has been corrupted. Governance without enforcement is theater. Real security requires stopping unauthorized actions before they reach a protected system. The Autonomous Control and Resilience, or ACR, control plane provides the architectural solution to this gap. It acts as a mandatory runtime enforcement layer. Note the red dotted line on the left. There is no direct execution path between the upstream AI and downstream protected systems. The ACR control plane sits directly in the middle, intercepting every proposed action before it can execute. Because the direct path is severed, the agent cannot bypass the rules. No action affects the enterprise without first surviving a mandatory runtime evaluation. In Step 1, the agent proposes an action. In Step 2, the control plane intercepts it. Next, identity and purpose binding verifies if the action is within the agent's approved scope. Finally, policy evaluation scrutinizes the command against hard-coded rules. This chart shows autonomy drift detection in action. The control plane compares the database command against a 30-day behavioral baseline. Because the agent has never attempted a database write, the anomaly score spikes into the red, crossing the threshold for containment. This entire forensic inspection happens in milliseconds. It elevates trust from an assumption into a verified cryptographic proof. After evaluation, the ACR decision engine resolves the action into exactly one of 4 deterministic outcomes. The first path is allow, issuing scoped authority for the action to proceed. The second is deny, which blocks execution immediately. The third path is modify, which transforms the request before execution. The final path is escalate, routing the action to a human reviewer. For our compromised expense agent, the system flags the anomalous command, triggers the escalate disposition, and logs the event in an append-only audit trail. The downstream database remains untouched. Pre-execution evaluation prevents the damage rather than just recording it. Even if an agent's underlying model is fundamentally compromised or ignores its own internal policy, the control plane remains the final line of defense. The ACR standard requires an external kill switch. This allows locking it into a safe state where it can no longer interact with protected systems. This containment capability operates independently from the agent's own runtime. If the AI fails, it cannot override its own shutdown command. True system resilience requires maintaining absolute operational authority even when the artificial intelligence itself is compromised. The ACR control plane replaces advisory AI policy documents with a rigorous technical standard. It transforms abstract compliance guidelines into mandatory, machine-enforced runtime boundaries. Building deterministic boundaries makes trust possible in the real world, providing the foundation for reliable AI autonomy.